Hey guys, welcome back for another hillside update. Today I'd like to talk to you guys about Yarrow. Some say Yarrow, whatever your preference, just go with it. So the Latin name, Achillea millefolium. Yarrow has been used traditionally for medicine and herbal remedies for centuries and centuries. It is known to contract body tissue and help with stopping bleeding, healing cuts, disinfecting wounds. There are legends that soldiers in times of battle years and years ago would actually take several of the leaves, make a compress, put it on the wound, and it would stop the bleeding. So yes, yarrow is a very, very beneficial plant to you to grow in your garden for those reasons. If you don't want to use it for those purposes, this plant also has fantastic foliage. Look at this. It's like nice feathery, lacy. Looks almost like carrot tops because it is, I think, distantly related. If not, it does look very similar. And the best part is the deer do not prefer it. That doesn't mean it's deer proof, because I've learned many things in my garden. They say is deer proof is actually, well, semi-deer resistant depending on their mood. So there's that. But in the summertime, all the way up into the first frost, and even in past the first frost, this plant will send up multiple stems with beautiful flowers on top. Mostly come in the whites and yellows, and as long as you deadhead and cut the old stems back, it'll continuously bloom and give you a beautiful showy landscape plant all the way up until, like I said, the first frost and even beyond. So that being said, let's zoom in close and let me show you a couple other things that are cool about this plant. Early in the springtime, this is actually mid-February, so not technically spring just yet, but this is late winter, but it's 38 degrees out right now, but it feels like summer because it is sunny. The sky is blue, which I have not seen the sun in weeks. Seems that it has been raining and cold and well below average, so I'm taking every bit of advantage that I can to get outside, and just to do something outside in the garden is a definite bonus this time of year. But like I said, right in here, if you look into the center of the plant, you see right here you got new shoots actually starting to come up. That is brand new foliage right there, and it's still February, so it's a very, very cold tolerant plant. I believe this is hardy to zone 3, which is very cold. I think minus 30. I could be wrong, but it is very, very cold hardy. And the way I can tell this plant has started to grow, if you look right here, see this baby coming in right here? If you pull back the soil just a little bit, right there, that is I won't say a root, but it's definitely attached to the mother plant, sending out a runner all along the soil here, right there, which leads to a new plant, which is going to pop up. It'll put down its own roots on this stem. A new plant's going to come up right there. Same thing that it's doing back. Where's that? Right there, and right there, and right here next to this rock, and right there. So yeah, this plant is definitely spreading. Once you get one, I grew this from seed. This is about 2 or 3 seeds that grew, and they were I probably should have separated them, but they were growing so close together I didn't want to try to disturb the soil or the roots and risk anything. So this is about 3 seeds that were grown together last year, turned to this nice little mound of plant right here, sending out runners to multiply, and I envision this taking over this whole section right here of dead ground, or had some annual flowers in, but I want to make this more of a perennial style bed, and this yarrow here is definitely helping me out all on its own without any help from me whatsoever. It is trying to fill in that space for me, so I'm gonna let it. Alright guys, I'm up here in the front flower bed, and here's some more of my yarrow. I transplanted this last fall, so it looks a little bit sad at the moment, but it is definitely showing signs of life. All this new growth right here coming back. This has sent up many runners as well, just the other one I showed you. More runners there, some back here, some over there. But yeah, so okay, and this other one over here, the deer actually got this part and dug it up, and I don't know how they pulled it out of the ground, I suppose, but I stuck it back in the ground in mid-December, maybe early January, I can't remember. But despite the deer's best effort, this plant has survived. The part that I replanted here, you can tell, is definitely starting to slowly come back to life. But before they pulled it up, there you go. It's another 1, 2, 3, and a number 4. There's another runner right there. So yeah, even despite the deer trying to pull this thing up, plant did send out runners. or maybe it did after the fact. Not really sure, but nevertheless, the plant is surviving, is going to thrive, and yes, Yarrow is a very, very hardy plant. Can withstand cold temperatures, abuse by deer, and it's just going to keep growing and spreading. And one of my favorite plants, especially just for the foliage and the flowers later on in the fall and in the summer months. And the last thing I'll show you right here is a definite sign of spring. Check it out. These are the common, just the crocus bulbs. I'm not sure what type these are. They were kind of here when we got the house. I transplanted them right here along this water drain, kind of add a little bit of color to the front. But yeah, check out those nice purple and yellow blooms. Definitely some signs of springtime. Yeah, so there you go, guys. Just because it's February and just because it's still cold out doesn't mean things are not growing and that your garden is not coming to life. So any chance you get, go outside. I encourage you just to walk around, get down on your hands and knees, look at the ground, because you know these little runners here, you could walk by 100 times, probably never even pay attention or see them, but when you get right down to it, yeah, Yarrow is definitely alive. It's growing. It's very happy. Off to a nice start, and it comes a couple more months. This thing's going to be warmer days, sunshine, perking right back up and into overdrive. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Please hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment. We'll see you next time on the hillside. Bye.